All right, man. So Skull and Crossbones has a few songs that he wants me to react to. Uh, this first one here is PTSD15 special recording. I Was Only 19 by John Schumann. And this is in memory of the ANZAC Day on the 25th of April. And I'll make sure this gets, if it doesn't get blocked, I'll make sure this gets posted for that day. And I've heard I Was Only 19 before I reacted to it, but let me just read you what Skull and Crossbones 65 has to say. He says, "Good day. I have a couple of reactions I would like you to do and post on April the 25th. The first song you have already listened to, which is this one here. However, this version has a special message at the start. April 25th is a special day here in Australia to remember our military." So I think that's a great introduction. So without further delay and anything more from me, other than to say thank you for stopping by, it means a lot. And happy Anzac Day to all my Australian and New Zealand family down under. So without delay, let's get into it.
Sorry I can't be there with you tonight. When I wrote I Was Only 19, I was simply telling the story of my brother-in-law Mick Storan. Mick was deployed to Vietnam in 1969 and he'd been involved in a very serious mine incident in the Long High Hills. Our Vietnam veterans came home to a bitterly divided society and they fell into the cracks. As opposed to the well-meant inquiries, commissions and parliamentary committees, in 4 minutes 19 seconds, I Was Only 19 enabled ordinary Australians to walk in the shoes and look out of the eyes of our Vietnam veterans. It stopped all of us in our tracks. We Australians are fundamentally decent and fair, and once we got it, we all looked back in shame at how we treated our Vietnam veterans. I don't think we'll make that mistake again. What I didn't realise until much later is that I Was Only 19 is a sort of quickly understandable dissertation on post-traumatic stress disorder, as well as the effects of herbicides and insecticides on our Vietnam veterans. A few years ago, I scripted and narrated a DVD for the Army on post-traumatic stress disorder. It was designed for soldiers pre- and post-deployment. I interviewed a wide range of veterans from Vietnam, East Timor, Somalia, Rwanda, Iraq and Afghanistan.
Sorry guys, I gotta pause it every 2 minutes. This is about a minute and a half into it. I just wanted to get on here, and I paused it because of the copyright issue. I want to make sure that all these ANZAC reactions that I'm doing don't get blocked, especially for my Australian friends and New Zealand friends, the ANZAC guys, for your celebration on the 25th and your remembrance as well. So don't get me wrong, man. This is all to honor you guys. All right, let's get back to it.
And like Mick Storan, all these blokes had the courage to tell their PTSD stories so that their other comrades wouldn't have to suffer alone for years like they did. One of the most arresting stories I was told came from a Vietnam veteran. When he demobbed, he tried to slip back into his life in rural Queensland. He wasn't having a very good time. He had rashes that came and went, but his doctor told him they were due to his wife using too much detergent when she washed his clothes. His toenails fell out, but his doctor told him it was athlete's foot. He suffered from insomnia, but his doctor told him he was drinking too much coffee. When he heard 19 for the first time, he told me he was driving on a country Queensland road. He pulled over onto the verge and listened to the song, and then he cried. And after he dried his eyes, he told me his first thought was, those bastards have been lying to me. Because clearly, if some bloke could write a song that spoke directly to his heart and his experience, he was not the only one. He sought out other vets and found there were veteran support groups scattered all over the place, loose, unstructured, but all determined to fight for justice and a voice. It was the start of a movement. I Was Only 19 has lasted so long because, among other things, It speaks the truth about PTSD. It sets it in a real-life context. What I've learned about PTSD is this: it doesn't mean you're soft, it means you're human. Armed combat is the highest form of public service. When Australian serving men and women come home from whatever conflict our government sends them to, we owe them and their families all the help and support that we can possibly give them. They didn't count the cost, and neither should we. We honour our veterans, and we must stand beside them when they face the difficult challenges of coming home, so often bringing with them psychological as well as physical injuries.
Sorry, guys. I hate to pause this, man. This guy is so well spoken, and it sounds like he believes in the message that he's reciting right now. I have no doubt that he's a good man. We have several here in the States too that give of themselves to our veterans, and it's just a special person. And John Schumann is no different. So I think we're fixing to get into it. And it says this is a very special recording of John Schumann and the Australian Army Band performing I Was Only 19. And the video was first presented at the RSL, I'm not sure what that means, the PTSD15 gala dinner. So that's just freaking awesome. So let's get back to it.
Oh, and one last thing. Don't let anyone ever tell you that songs can't change the world. Mum and Dad and Denny saw the passing out parade at Puckapunyal. It was a long march from cadets. And the 6th Battalion was the next to tour. It was me who drew the card. We did Canungra, Shoalwater before we left. And Townsville lined the footpaths as we marched down to the quay. This clipping from the paper shows us young and strong and clean. And there's me in me slouch hat with me SLR and greens. God help me, I was only 19. From Buntow, Brighton, Chinooks to the dust at Newey Dat, I'd been in and out of choppers now for months. And we made our tents a home VB and pin-ups on the loggers and an Asian orange sunset through the scrub. And can you tell me, doctor, why I still can't get to sleep? Nighttime, just a jungle dart and a barking M16. What's this rash that comes and goes? Can you tell me what it means? God help me, I was only 19.
Yeah, again, I've listened to this song before, but it didn't have any video to it. So this is the first time that I'm getting to see the singer in the flesh performing this song. And these videos, or the films, probably what these are, obviously, because of the time, are very powerful. They say so much in compliment to I Was Only 19. This is pretty sobering, and to all those guys who Afghanistan, Iraq, Vietnam. He mentioned several other conflicts that me as a Marine, we weren't involved with East Timor, things of that nature, but I don't even know if it requires you naming a place, man. They see so much and do so much that they'll never shake it, So we owe it to them to forever take care of them. You know, if you see a veteran, you know he's a veteran, tell him thank you. You know, that doesn't cost you a penny, but it means so much to these guys. So yeah, let's get back to it.
4-week operation, when each step could mean your last one on 2 legs. It was a war within yourself, but you wouldn't let your mates down till they had you dusted off. So you closed your eyes and you thought about something else. And then someone yelled out, "Contact front!" And the bloke behind me swore. We booked in there for hours, then a god almighty roar. Frankie kicked a mine the day that mankind kicked the moon. God help me, he was going home in June.
All right, this is going to be the last break, pause, whatever. And again, guys, trust me, this is about copyright issues. I hate to pause it. You probably hate to hear my voice several times through a video, but it's what I got to do, man, to get these published. And I need to do this so I can get this out there to honor your brave servicemen. So, yeah. Let's get back into it. Won't be any more pause. I'll see you at the end.
I can still see Frankie drinking tinnies in the Grand Hotel on a 36-hour rec leave in Vung Tau. I can still hear Frankie lying screaming in the jungle till the morphine came and killed the bloody row. And the ANZAC legends didn't mention mud and blood and tears, and the stories my father told me never seemed quite real. And I caught some pieces in the back that I didn't even feel. God help me, I was only 19. And can you tell me, doctor, why I still can't get to sleep? Why the Channel 7 chopper chills me to my feet? And what's this rash that comes and goes? Can you tell me what it means? God help me, I was only 19.
Stand tall for PTSD. Yeah. All right, everybody. That's going to do it for me, man. Thank you for stopping by. Happy Anzac Day. And a salute from this old Marine up here in Texas. All right, man. Till I see y'all again, I'll catch you on down the road. Let's go to the outro. Happy Anzac Day.